Hey, it's day 9 and I am in the shadows, but I have this like halo thing here, which is cool. So this is day 9, and today we're going to talk about sadness and how to transcend that. So I'm going to be vulnerable in this moment and talk about my grandpa. He's passing away, and I'm feeling some sadness come up, but also some relief at the same time. And from this place of sadness, I've been really thinking about death. And to me, when you're sad and you're crying, something in you is dying. There's a death there. And this is why I think when people die, we get sad, because part of us is dying. Literally, our world is dying, right? Like, if your pet dies, that part of your life is dead. That all that time you spent with that cat, right? It dissolves, it disintegrates. And when we're sad, that means part of ourselves, part of our consciousness, part of our story is disintegrating. So view sadness as something powerful and makes you happy, because sadness is amazing. Sadness is exactly what you need in that moment. So what happens is when we get in joy, when we're spontaneous, things will trigger us deeply. And when we are being triggered by life, that means life is healing us. Life is bringing us. So when death happens, life is healing us. When you're sad that you lost your toy as a kid, life was healing you. If you're sad that you're watching a movie, that movie is healing you. So let those tears out. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel sad. I know in the spiritual community, there's a lot of like, be happy. And I agree. But what happiness does and joy is it brings up stuff to be released. The more you meditate, the more you exercise, right? When you exercise, you release. It feels like this. And that's what crying and sadness is. Really sweating, crying, laughing are all big releases. And sadness has to come through. So one, if you're sad, cheer, because that means you're shifting and changing and letting something go. And it's really, really amazing for you. So the first thing I want to say, and I'm going to bring in Omega so they can, actually, I'm going to bring in Buddha and Omega at the same time. Whoever wants to come through, remember, he's always part. All these beings are a part of Omega. It's just part of what I call my connection to source. So I'll bring him in, and then we'll keep on going from there. And let me turn off my phone just in case. It's dear ones, when I sat under the Bodhi tree, looking at the aspects of my consciousness, I felt sad, dear ones. Well, every time something let go, I felt sad and I cried. I let go and 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 I let go. And I didn't let go like I tried to let go. I just sat there and naturally I let go. Like a tree who loses its leaves, I let go of what wasn't serving me by sitting still in silence, by listening to the silence and letting it engulf me in its love. Dear ones, this is why meditation is so important. And the more you meditate, the more the sadness will drip from you. And from this dripping of sadness, you will awaken your consciousness to higher levels, because you will release what isn't serving. Just like a forest fire, more beauty can grow, and the sadness is a fire taking you over. Allow this violet flame to take you over, dear ones. Omega wants to tell you that when you feel the sadness, when you feel the grief, when you feel everything that's coming through, do not make it happen, but when it comes up, feel it and rejoice. Celebrate your sadness. Celebrate your sadness, because you're releasing a part of you that isn't serving you. You are letting go, just like the clouds rain down on the earth. The sadness lets go and washes away what isn't there for you anymore, that isn't what you need, isn't what serves you. Dear ones, let that sadness go by feeling it, by allowing it to be, and by celebrating it. Awesome. And I definitely agree. You need to embrace sadness when it comes. The more you meditate, the more you sit in silence, the more you're not on your phone, the more you're not distracted. Drive in silence, walk in silence, be in the moment, be off your phone. I check my phone too. So I am by far not perfect, but if I can sit in an hour or two of silence, I know my vibration raises from the silence. And yes, sometimes it's painful at first, but then it raises. And if you're feeling out of whack, silence and doing nothing is the key. If you're feeling great, then take action. When you're sad, time to rest. This is why people are grieving and going through grief need to rest, because exactly, resting is so key when you're feeling that. When you're excited, that's when you do. When you're sad, that's when you rest. And that is the process. So thank you for watching this video. I got really excited to talk about this, and I'll see you on the next one.